What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Tranq. Today I'm going to be showing you guys 5 awesome 3D prints that are useful for the everyday woodworker. Most of them are my designs, some of them are ones I pulled offline, but they're all very useful. You guys are going to want to check it out, and I'm excited to get showing, so let's go ahead and dive in. Alright, so here are the prints, and 4 of these are ones that I personally designed and came up with, and one of them is one that I found is really good from offline, and I'm going to be showing you guys what they're used for, how to use them, and I'm going to be providing the files for you guys to 3D print these yourselves. Before you say I don't have a 3D printer, if you actually look at like the library near you, lots of them actually have 3D printers these days, so use that as a resource, print these for your shop. Let's go ahead and get started. So this first one here is called a kerf finder, or kerf maker. And the point of this is to accurately and repeatedly get exact dado fits in your cuts. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how that works. So the kerf maker makes it super easy to make dado cuts exact and repeatable. The kerf maker outlines 2 dimensions, a short dimension which you first put against your stop block and make the first cut. The second dimension is equal to the thickness of the material that will be going in the dado minus the exact kerf of the blade. All you have to do is flip your kerf maker over, make your second cut, and that'll outline the exact width of the dado. After that, all you have to do is go back in and hog out the rest of the material. Using the kerf maker allows you to not have to creep up on the cut and guess every single time. So looking at the design here, we can see that the main piece here actually slides on a sliding dovetail. I just did that because it's kind of, it's for woodworking, so it's kind of a cool point there. You'll see that you have this adjustment screw here. It's actually a small machine screw, so it's threaded into this plastic part, and that is what you adjust to be the exact curve of your saw blade. We then have this set screw here, so as soon as you get the width of your dado, you just give this little turn, and now you can see that that is set there. Loosen it, and now we're back. So this is a kerf maker. I originally saw this on the channel Past Makes, and I decided to make this little 3D printed version. It's really slick and it works great. The next item here is just a really simple item. It's simply a little stand for a Triton or Wixie angle gauge, which I'm sure a lot of you have in your own workshop. Angle gauges are great for calibrating your machines and finding exact angles. I didn't have a good spot for mine, so I just 3D printed this little bracket, which you can put in some number 8 wood screws, which are countersunk here. Screw these wherever you want it, and this perfectly friction fits your little gauge. So this next one here is probably my favorite of the group, and so if you've ever tried to calibrate your table saw, you've thought probably about getting not only a dial gauge indicator, but one that maybe comes with an apparatus for calibrating a table saw, and you'll see that they're like $70, whereas you can get just the gauge itself. This is a Triton dial gauge, and it's only about $20. So what I went ahead and did is design this apparatus that allows you to perfectly adjust where your dial gauge is with respect to either your blade or your fence. This here fits into your miter track, and there's spots to add set screws if you need it to get a zero play miter fit. The main piece here slides along rails, so it keeps it square to your miter slot, although in the calibration, as long as it's fixed in space, that's not crucial, it's still nice. All you have to do is just add a T-bolt onto the bottom here, which recesses into the track, as well as some sort of knob to tighten it down, and of course the dial gauge indicator, which friction fits into this slot and can be reinforced with a 1/4 inch 20 bolt right here and a nut on the other side. So this here is great for calibrating your table saw or any machines, and I'm really excited with how this turned out. The next one here is for getting your router bits organized. You've probably seen the product from Rockler, which allows you to store your bits, whether it's 1/4 or 1/2 inch shank. You can see that these actually have stepped holes in them, which allow you to take either a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch shank router bit. Now the cool thing about this method is you can 3D print these in different colors in order to organize and color sort your bits, but you can see it accepts, here's a Freud bit and accepts all the bits fine, and we can see here that these pieces just fit right into your block organizer or whatever you're doing to organize your bits, and it's a great way to get your bits organized. So this last one here is one that was taken from online, and this is a cool little C-clamp. And you might think it's chintzy and a gimmick, but there's times where you don't need extreme clamping pressure where a little C-clamp like this can come in very handy. It prints in 3 components which are easily snapped together, as you can see here. And it's a really great print. You can just print these and have a few C-clamps on hand. But it's pretty cool. I like how he put the knurled cap on and really paid attention to detail in this design. So anyway guys, those are my first round of useful prints for the woodworker. I'll probably be doing more of these in the future as I come up with more ideas. If you guys enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos, and check the link if you want to print these yourselves. I think you'll really find them useful. Thanks for watching.